guys. These are my jokes. Feel free to rate them in the spreadsheet. I hope you like some of them. One of my favorite movies growing up is Mary Poppins. I just really love to invest in the fantasy of an umbrella that doesn't turn inside out. I think that's just like a beautiful idea, don't you think? I learned a lot from the story. You know the story of the Ugly Ducklings? The Ugly Ducklings is a story that teaches you something. It teaches you that sometimes you just think you are unattractive, and what you learn as you grow up is that you're actually a different species than the rest of your family. You're like, I thought I was, that I just needed a haircut, but actually the problem is much bigger. It's a much more difficult situation. When I'm at the beach, I really enjoy watching people surf on their surfboards. I think that's so cool. I really love surfboards. I love this idea that if you make a boat bad enough, eventually it becomes cool. I think that's so interesting, and surfing is really cool. I heard they're remaking The Princess Bride. I don't know how I feel about that. Princess Bride is obviously a great movie that everyone loves. It was really instrumental in my upbringing. Princess Bride obviously teaches you that as a woman, you can be two things. So that was really important to me. We just had a Friday the 13th. I think Friday the 13th is such a scary, it's such a scary holiday. And I think the reason it's so scary is because of the story it's based on, namely, the Friday when Jesus was attacked by 13 different black cats. I think that's so scary. And he never figured out why. No one knew why. It was just Jesus, and it was just 13 different cats. So every time there's a Friday the 13th, I get really scared. One of my favorite food icons, of course, is the Hamburglar. I like that he wears a tie to represent that the real theft is, it really is committed by management. I think that's a good twist on food, a fast food mascot. I don't go on many dates. I do go on a couple dates. It hasn't happened yet, but I do have like this fantasy about like the perfect date. Like for me, like a really exciting date is when you're like sitting across from your date and you have a big plate of spaghetti, and you're both like slurping up this strands of spaghetti, and you're like both on this really long strand of spaghetti, and like you're just slurping and slurping, and the next thing you know, you're kissing. That's right, the town spaghetti thief. I just think that is so exciting and romantic. I've always wanted to kiss a spaghetti thief. People say, there's a saying like, I wouldn't touch someone with a 10-foot pole, which is true. I wouldn't touch many people with a 10-foot pole. I only touch people I love with my 10-foot pole. It is a pole of affection. So if I'm touching you with my 10-foot pole, it means we're pretty close. I hate it a little bit when there's spiders like in my house, when there's a bug in my house. I even though I don't like it, I don't try to kill them. I do try to save them. Whenever there's a spider, the first thing I try to do is just put like a little newspaper under it, because I think that just because you're a spider or a bug, like, doesn't mean you shouldn't stay informed. And I think that's like, if you find a spider in your house, you know, I think that's important. It's just like a nice thing you can do. Keep them, you know, up to date on today's late breaking news. I think Joe Camel is the saddest mascot, just because he probably got stomach cancer 3 times. Another mascot I think is really interesting is the Brawny Man, because he's like this like strapping like woodsman, but the product he's selling are paper towels, which I don't associate with like the woods or being strapping. I just imagine like this really weird guy, like you think he's so hot, you follow him into the woods, and then like the next thing you know, you're like watching him just like put paper towels on the forest floor, and I'm like, Brawny Man, what are you doing? He's like, the forest floor is dirty, I'm cleaning it. And you're like, oh God, Brawny Man, just get inside the cottage. Just get inside and fuck. We're just gonna fuck. I am on Whale Watchers. It's a really great program. What was it? I'm on Whale Watchers. It's a really great program. You can watch as many whales as you want, as long as you stay in your points.